Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Code with Romi. And wow, what a year 2025 has been. So before we dive into what's coming in 2026, I have to say a massive thank you. You guys were amazing, and we have just hit 3,000 subscribers. I know at this time we're probably a little bit higher, but I want to thank each and every one of you. Seriously. Thank you so much. Every single one of you who subscribed, commented, shared ideas, or just watched along, thank you. When I look into when this channel was created, it was April 22nd, 2025. It has not even been a year, and we have grown tremendously. I know my first videos were a bit off as it relates to the audio. I've seen some comments there with people complaining about it and how we have grown. So again, Happy New Year, guys. Welcome to 2026. And this is going to be an incredible year for the channel. And I'm wishing you all the best. And I'm so pumped to share what we're going to be building together. So we're not going to be doing any developing today. Instead, I'm basically going to be laying out the complete roadmap for CodeWithRomi in 2026. So we're talking about Discord bots, home lab setup, and also some projects, AI tools, a little bit of cybersecurity, and a whole lot more. So let's get into it. Alright, so first up, the Discord bot that we've been building is getting some major upgrades this year. And that's something that I've been working on personally that I want to implement for this bot. So if you've been following along, you know that we've been running our bot on a Docker container and migrating it from the Raspberry Pi to our NAS. And that's just the beginning. So let me explain again exactly what's going on. We do have a bot monitoring script, but that script is monitoring a test bot, which is still being hosted on our Raspberry Pi. However, we do have a deploy bot in our Discord, which is hosted on our TerraMaster NAS. I believe it is a F2424. So we're eventually going to move our monitoring script to also monitor our main bot. At the moment, we're still doing testing. Well, I'm still doing testing. And the testing bot is also in Discord, but it only has access to certain channels. So I've been monitoring it to see how well it's been going. So here's what's coming. I plan to build a full web dashboard. Imagine being able to configure your bot. You can see your analytics and manage commands all from your browser instead of typing terminal commands. So that's what we're going to be building this year. At the moment, I had went ahead and built a bot monitoring dashboard. So this dashboard shows our monitoring system. As I mentioned, we have our bot status, we have the circuit breaker, so it's closed, and our AI confidence. Remember, we have our 3-tier AI system. We have Claude, which is our paid version. We have Grok, which is free, as well as 5.3 local. So at the moment, you can see that it has 5 fixes and 5 failed, but that's only because I've been messing around with it for a bit. But it also has an uptime calculation here. We can see that it's been up for 237 hours and 56 minutes. It also had 143 restarts, and the allocated memory that's been using is 114 megabytes. CPU, it varies. Right now it's 0 because it's just monitoring, but I'm sure when it triggers, you will see that it jumps up to maybe 1 or 2%. It's been running completely well. We also have a manual review queue. We already know that we set up the monitoring script to let us know when there is an error that it cannot fix and sends it to the Discord via the webhook. However, we also have it adding here so I can access this page from wherever I am, all thanks to Tailscale. I can see this web page or this dashboard. So If there's a memory review that's in the queue, I'll be able to see it here. I also have a script that's pulling the logs. I can choose if I want it to be the last 100 lines, 50, 200, it doesn't matter. I keep it at 100 just because. And you can see here that it's been running basically 24/7. And the last test was about 9:45. Yeah, 9:45, and today, and I'm pretty sure it's going to run again soon, and we will see another update in a second. We also have a refresh button, check errors, and trigger fix. This trigger fix button basically it tells it to do a scan right now, checks the logs, and see if there's anything. I'm going to hit the trigger fix, and you hear the pop-up, manual trigger fix attempt, hit OK, fix attempt triggered, and then we can check the logs for process. The CPU might go up a bit, just for usage, but I will go down to see the last time was 9:45, and this one 9:46. And here, no errors detected, the bot is healthy because it checked the logs. So it also ran our weekly backup cleanup. So this is where we have the files that were dumped as backup. We scripted it to keep the most 10 recent backups, and the rest will be deleted. So that is it for the bot for now. I will be showing all the upgrades that I've made. I've shown the structure so far. I think we have about 4 episodes, basically. So whatever updates I make later on, I'll be sure to display it so you guys can see. I'm just testing it before we deploy it to our main bot, which is in the Discord. So as it relates to our main bot, I want to have premium features and some form of monetization. I'm going to show you exactly how to add freemium tiers to your Discord bot. This is if you are hosting one as well. So think custom commands, advanced automation, multi-tier server report, and all behind a paywall. We're also going to be building a custom command builder. So basically a drag and drop interface, no coding required. This is going to be able to help the end user to interact with the bot and make commands without having any code knowledge. So they can create their own commands right from the dashboard. I may do that into a full series. Discord bot from scratch, straight to monetization. I really want you guys to be able to implement this bot in your own servers, so that's what I'm working on. I will do my best to ensure that only those of the community can invite it into their server and use it for free. Do some tests, let me know how it works for you guys. If there's anything that needs to be changed, you let me know, and then we can go ahead and implement the premium where users are able to pay to have this in their server. So for this year, other than our Discord bot, I would love to develop a home lab. So at the moment, I do have a couple devices. I just have them all over the place. Right now, I'm running with the TerraMaster NAS. As I said, it's a F2424. I have a Raspberry Pi 5. Well, I have 2 Raspberry Pi 5s, a Mac Mini M4, which is my development PC. That's what I use for coding applications and certain web pages and so forth. And I have an N100 mini PC. That's where I hosted the AI bot monitoring script. But I recently migrated all of that to my MinisForum UM890 Pro, and we're going to be adding some serious infrastructure to that device this year. That PC will be my new developing PC. I will only use the Mac Mini M4 as it relates to app development because I need Xcode and so forth. Certain apps I will also be running on the Mac Mini, but as it relates to running Python, Flask, and so forth, and other development projects, I'll be doing so on the MinisForum. What I wanted to do was add an extra RAM to that PC. However, when I checked the price for new RAM sticks at this time, I immediately closed the laptop and called it a day. I'm satisfied with my 32GB, but I wanted to just expand it with another 32GB because I will be running some more local AI I'll just have to make do. The main thing that I wanted to do with the MinisForum PC was use my external GPU. I have another streaming PC that I used, and it has a 3070 Ti. What I plan on doing is incorporating that with the Oculink on the UM890 Pro, and I'll be using an external GPU connector with a power supply. So this is why I need to get everything organized, because this is going to be a bit beefy, and we will be running some really cool projects on there. So on the list for the year, I do want to implement Pi-hole. Yes, I know this is something that I should have been doing from a long time ago, since I had the Raspberry Pi 4, and I just never got into doing it. So if you don't know what Pi-hole is, and you're living in a hole, it's a network-wide ad blocking system or service. So it's one device, and it blocks ads for every device on the network. That includes your phone, TV, a laptop, everything. No ads. It's literally like magic. And I'm showing you exactly how to set it up, because it will also be my first time doing so. But the big one that I want to do this year is Proxmox. So this is a full virtualization platform that's going to change how we run our home lab. Initially, I wanted to run this on my MinisForum PC, but I already set up Ubuntu on there, and I am not going to go ahead and wipe anything off that off that PC. So what I will do is not waste the resources on the N100 mini PC, and I will be running Proxmox on there. We have about 16 gigabytes of memory allocated on that device, so we're going to be running at least two operating systems. Could be Windows and it could be Kali Linux, but we're definitely going to be messing around with Proxmox. So we're going to be able to spin up virtual machines, run certain containers, test different operating systems, all on the same hardware. So if you want to try a new Linux distro, we can just spin up a VM. You need to test something risky? Isolated environment. It's incredibly powerful, and I'm looking forward to learning more about it. I've never used it before. I've always been watching videos. Truth be told, I have maybe 20 or so videos bookmarked, and I can't wait to get into it. But I will be waiting before I do so, because I am moving, and I won't be setting up anything new until I move. And as I did mention before, as it relates to our eGPU and other AI projects, so this next one I'm really excited about as well. So we're going to be installing that external GPU on the MinisForum. I know why not just use the entire desktop? Because I want to run local AI models on the MinisForum PC. So the bot monitoring scripts and video editing. So all the GPU heavy stuff that the integrated graphics just can't handle, or it can, but I don't want to push it too far. Plus, it's going to make for a really fun build video. So Thunderbolt connection is not what we're going to be using. We'll be going ahead with the Oculink. So that means I'll be removing one of the NVMe drives and adding the Oculink connector. Driver installation, benchmarking, we'll cover all of it. And that leads into our AI and creative tools projects. So we're going to be diving into local AI this year. Stable diffusion for image generation, local LLMs, inference for text, video enhancement tools, all running on our own hardware. So we're trying to avoid cloud subscriptions, no sending your data to someone else's server, everything local, everything private. I'm also building out workflows for content creation. So automated video editing, AI-powered thumbnails, audio processing. So basically using AI to make better content much faster. So this is where the eGPU is really going to shine. For our next video, I will be showing you guys the dashboard that I created to monitor my entire home lab. So of course, I know there are other platforms out there that you can use, you can install and customize, but I wanted to be a bit different. So I used Flask and Python and made my own dashboard. So you can see it's customized here. Welcome back, Romi. We have the weather forecast. It's tied to my location. I will be showing you guys exactly how I set this up from scratch. So it might be a couple of videos On mine, I have the news notifications for the day. You're able to add task. It's really up to you if you want to go ahead and do so. And we also have analytics for task. We have a calendar that's up to date. And this is for the bot monitoring script. This is a monitoring script for the bot monitoring script, if that makes sense. So it can tell you that the script is running smoothly, and this is for our Docker containers as well. Now, as I did mention, this system is a MinisForum UM892 Pro, and I did say 32 gigabytes of RAM. So here we see the system utilization. CPU is at 2.6%. The disk, we have 1 terabyte. But for the memory, already using 5 gigabytes based on certain programs that I have running. I also have one set up for a network so we can see the information being sent and received. And this right here is our main Discord bot that's already in production. This is live in our Discord at the moment. So if you've ever had a conversation in the Discord, you most likely have been rewarded with either XP points or something from this bot. And we also have our service uptime database here. It shows you what's up and 100% so far because everything is running as it should. We also have a quick restart button, Docker status, you can clear the logs, and also check for updates. So I'll be showing this in the YouTube video from scratch, how I built this page. And I also integrated PyAlert down here. I can just go ahead and open it and it will show PyAlert because we already did this a couple of videos ago. You guys can go back to see how I integrated PyAlert. But that's it for the dashboard. We're going to be adding more stuff. We have the date being shown, my time of recording, and you can switch the light. It burns. Back to the dock. So these are the projects that I have planned for this year. There will be a lot more, and I look forward to what you guys have to offer as it relates to suggestions, comments. I will be doing my best to respond to each and every one of you guys, and I hope you guys can take the time to join the Discord and interact with me. Tell me what projects you're working on, what you want to collaborate with. I'm all down for it all. And let me know if you need any help with any projects as it is. And just try out the bot. Test it. Let me know what you'd like to be improved, what you like so far, and how we can go ahead and make it even better. Now, a passion of mine, other than what I'm doing here, is also a bit of cybersecurity/networking. So that's why when I said I'll be running Proxmox, so I want to learn ethical hacking this year. Now, this is all going to be done safely and legally. We're going to be setting up Kali Linux in an isolated virtual machine, which is why I said I need to learn Proxmox because that's how we're going to be setting it up. So we're not touching anything we shouldn't be. The goal is to understand how systems can be secured by learning how they can be attacked. So penetration testing basics, network security, capture the flag challenges, all the fundamentals. I do have a couple rubber duckies. I'll be running some scripts and see how we can go ahead and test out all the fun stuff. So this ties into the Proxmox series because we'll be using the VMs to create safe testing environments. Emphasis on safe testing environments. I don't want anyone saying, oh, this looks illegal. It's all going to be in a safe environment. Alright guys, so that's basically what I have planned for the year. Well, a part of the year. Of course, there's going to be much more coming, but at the moment, I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to be structuring these videos. I just wanted to come in here and show some appreciation for the community. You guys have been amazing. I'm still shocked that we're at 3,000 subscribers, and at this video making, I believe it was at 3,200, so I can't imagine where we're going to be afterwards. And the goal for this year is to at least reach the 5K subscribers. And I would like for at least 50 out of all 3,000, just 50 of you guys to join the Discord server and be a part of the community. I would really love to interact with some of you guys, see where you are when it relates to IT, what are your plans, what are things that you have mastered, what are you still trying to learn, just so we can learn from each other. Again, thank you guys for all the support. And I will see you guys in the next one.